Hello there. Thank you for tuning in to Cave Chatter. I'm here with Cameron. We're here today on August 30th, and we are going to discuss this weekend's draft and kind of our strategy behind our picks and some league updates.
Yep.
If you haven't watched it yet, we did upload our draft on our YouTube channel at Cave Chatter. Go check it out. I think it turned out pretty well. What do you think, Cameron?
I think it looks really good. I like the idea of doing a video of the full draft that we did, so it came out really nice. I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, I felt like I was Mark
Yeah.
Wahlberg editing that video. So
Yeah,
pretty
well,
sure Hollywood will be calling me soon. So
maybe in a few years drafts.
all right, so we'll get started. I'll kind of let Cameron take the lead in this one here. We're gonna walk us through. We'll go through the first round. How about
Well, first we should probably just for those of you who have been living under a cave or maybe went on vacation this weekend,
Okay.
J.K. Dobbins tore his ACL over the weekend.
Yeah, our three members should know that.
Do what?
Our three exclusive members know that by now. So
That's true. Our exclusive K-Chatter members know that. But like I said, some people just, when the weekend comes, it's preseason still, maybe they weren't watching. Yes, J.K. Dobbins tore his ACL over the weekend. He's out for the year, so if you've already had your draft, then probably not something that's affecting you unless you had him on your team. But if you haven't had your drafts, J.K. Dobbins, I mean, we did a draft yesterday where he was still showing up as his ADP was at like 40, and he was like at the top of the draft board, like begging people to take him. And I was just waiting for someone to not realize that he was hurt and to take him. So we just want to make sure nobody makes that mistake. If you're looking for some value with the Ravens, Gus Edwards, right now looking to be the lead back. He's probably going to get the majority of the carries, but they do still have Justice Hill.
yes, I picked him up.
Yeah, he's been their third running back in the past. Obviously, now he's going to be the backup running back. He does have a little bit of an ankle issue right now, but if he's healthy by the time the season starts, I don't know. I would kind of, if you're willing to take a flyer on Gus Edwards, I would. Not too high. Definitely not where you would be thinking of taking J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins was still going to be a high running back, top 20 running back pick. Might be a reach taking Gus Edwards as a top 20 running back, but who knows? By the end of the season, maybe if he performs well and keeps that starting job, then maybe. But I look for the first few weeks for them to kind of figure out who their lead back is going to be.
Yeah, I agree. I saw Hill on the waivers. I picked him up, but honestly, I don't see that going too far. So I think Gus Edwards is going to be the workhorse.
I think so. They already were, I think, planning on having J.K. Dobbins as the feature, but still they like Gus Edwards, so I know they were wanting to use him. So this just allows Edwards to kind of show what he can do, show why the Ravens, had faith in him.
Yeah. Any other injuries that happened this week? I feel like there was one more that I can't think of.
There was the Colts starting left tackle tore his ACL as well.
Yes.
But I don't think that's going to affect Jonathan Taylor or any other guys too much.
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't affect him too much. One thing I did want to discuss a little bit before we hop into our draft is the whole Sony Michel being sent to Los Angeles. What does that do to Darrell Henderson?
I think it really just helps the running back room. I think they were just wanting some more veterans in that room because they had a lot of young guys behind Darrell Henderson.
And that's what Sean McVay said. But
yeah, Darrell Henderson's still their number one back. He's still going to get the majority of carries. It's a little concerning.
Yes.
If he has any slip-ups, if he comes out and fumbles in week one or maybe has a couple fumbles in the first few weeks, maybe they look to Sony Michel to see if he can, take over. But, I've had Sony Michel before, and he hasn't really done anything. note in New England.
Who'd you trade for Sony Michel?
DJ Moore?
It was with me.
Well, I know I traded you, but who did I trade? DJ Moore?
Yeah.
I needed running back help. I had just set at wide receiver. DJ Moore was expendable.
Yeah.
I was hoping Sony Michel. I don't remember why. Was it? Maybe it was when Chubb got hurt.
I'm not sure. I just know you liked Sony, so I reached out to you. But I
can do something. Maybe.
I'm still extremely salty that I didn't get DJ Moore in one draft this weekend. That's my favorite, one of my probably top 5 receivers in NFL on my favorite list, and I couldn't get him in one draft. So kind of butthurt.
Yeah.
But I honestly don't think there's much has happened other than Carson Wentz finally got healthy and now he's on the COVID list.
Yeah.
The guy can't catch a break, man. So.
I don't know. I almost in our 2 quarterback league that we play in, our Yahoo league, I almost took him late in the draft.
Yeah, I tried.
I just couldn't do it. I think somebody else ended up taking him, but
who won that league last year?
Carson Wentz. Huh?
Who won that league last year?
I don't know.
Yeah. You're right here. The champ is here. Yeah, DJ Moore. I thought I could get him. I didn't, and it really hurts me not to have him this year. But I did. Once you dive into this draft,
we'll take a look here and we'll see where you had a chance. I mean, you definitely had chances to get him.
Yeah.
You liked him that much.
I was gonna take him. Seppi took him right before I was going to. That was my round, and he took him. So, yep. Let's dive into it. I'm about to switch this over so that our viewers can see the draft better, and they don't have to look at our faces as much. So, I'll let you take the first round, and we'll kind of just go through it.
Yeah. So, as you can clearly see, the first round, the first 9 picks were all the top running backs.
Yep.
Which, clearly this is an 18 draft. This is our main friend group league that we play in. It's our dynasty league. This was our full redraft year, so there was no keepers left over from last year. We were doing a full redraft this year. So clearly, and we'll get into this in a little bit. Clearly, the strategy for most people, which should be the strategy even in 1-year leagues, is to take the best running backs at the top of the draft. That's where the main value is going to be, is taking all those running backs in the top of the draft. So
yeah,
I think it went pretty chalk for the first 4 picks. Clearly, so you can see Brooks took McCaffrey number 1 overall. Then Colin got Dalvin Cook 2nd. You got Derrick Henry 3rd. And then Aaron got Alvin Kamara 4th.
I got my boy for 5 more years.
Yeah, so at least the top 2 are set in stone, McCaffrey and Cook, and then 3 and 4 are pretty much set in stone as well. Henry and Kamara was just about the order. Obviously, you love Henry, so
yeah, I wasn't gonna let him slip out.
Nobody knew, or nobody thought you would. If you watch the YouTube video, you can hear 3 or 4 people in the background saying Derrick Henry's name before you even said it at the podium. Everyone knew what you were doing. Same with me, though. Like I said,
yeah, we all knew yours too.
The first big, I wouldn't call it a shock, but the first non-chalk pick would be JR taking Jonathan Taylor with the 5th pick.
Yeah. Shout out to JR. Honestly, our defending champs roster looks pretty weak.
Yeah, so if you've seen our videos, JR is 3-time defending champ in our Dynasty League. He has had Mahomes for the past 3 years, so that helped him a lot. But
who has Mahomes now?
Obviously, had a lot of good players around. Taking Jonathan Taylor at 5, I don't know if I would consider that a reach. I like Jonathan Taylor a lot. I think I had him as number 10 in my 1-year league.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, him being a 2nd-year running back, and if you play a Dynasty League, which I highly recommend for everyone, Dynasty Leagues are so much fun.
Yeah.
They're awesome. I don't hate Jonathan Taylor at 5. I really don't. He's young. He he's good. You know, it's a
I just
tiny
think,
bit of a gamble, but
yeah, I just think it's a gamble.
I mean, he's still going to be a top 10 running back this year. So
Yeah, you're right.
um, then so after that, I took Chubb at 6. I would have taken him at 5. I would have taken him at 4. I would have taken him at 3, maybe 2.
Honestly, the only one that really stands out to me in the first round is Elliott dropped so far. Yeah, I thought Elliott would have been taken first round.
If this were a 1-year league, Elliott would not have slipped past the first round in an 18 league. There's no doubt about that. It's the fact that he has, been the Cowboys' workhorse at running back for 5 years now, and we're doing this league for another. This draft was for the next 5 years of dynasty. Will Zeke be Zeke in 5 years, 4 years?
Probably
that's
not.
where I think a lot of people were a little scared off.
I almost got him.
Yeah.
So we got Eckler after Chubb in the 7th pick, and then 8th pick was Aaron Jones.
I like Eckler a lot. He's 26 years old. I remember looking through it. Because I was thinking I really did think I was going to get Eckler in the 2nd round. I really thought he was going to fall.
I would have.
Other guy.
I thought I was going to get Eckler too.
No, he was not going to last you.
I don't know, dude.
No.
Yeah, think about it. Zeke fell that far, so I thought someone would take Zeke before Eckler.
Well, once I realized how young Eckler was, I was thinking about taking him anyway. So Eckler, good pick. Like I said, he's 26 years old, so if you're doing a dynasty league, he's a great pick.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron Jones at number 8. So Seppi entered the first round with Aaron Jones. Again, 26 years old, young guy. Didn't the Packers just re-sign him?
Yeah, they just re-signed him, but he's overrated.
No. He's not overrated.
A.J. Dillon.
He's got one of the highest yards per carries in the league.
A.J. Dillon's better.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that.
Well, we won't, because they're going to waste A.J. Dillon's prime. Have you seen that guy's legs?
Here's Aaron Jones. They always miss, a game or two. If your boy Dillon comes up, shows what he can do, then maybe you'll be right.
His legs are bigger than Barkley's.
Aaron Jones got the speed, though.
Yeah, that doesn't work these
and
days.
And power. He's got both.
I wouldn't say power. He's a twinkle toes behind the line, that's for sure.
So, yeah. So, first round, everyone took a running back. No surprise. I think that's the best strategy, no matter how many, well, not no matter how many teams are in your league, but if you have 10 teams, 12 teams, you're probably still taking a running back first round.
If you want to dominate, you draft Derrick Henry every day, first round.
Well, I got Derrick Henry with the 3rd overall pick in another draft we did.
I know. I'm pissed. I'm so pissed off about that.
Whenever we play each other in that league, and then you're going to have to root against Derrick Henry for 1 week.
Yeah, I'm still pissed off about that. I'll probably be sending you a trade here soon. So.
Oh, that's all right. You're a good trade. I got him number 3 overall.
I can give you
send me a haul. I don't even know who you think you could give up for him.
Mahomes. Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyways, Barkley was 2nd round, first pick. Then we had Devontae Adams, which that's kind of no doubter there.
Receiver,
yeah. Najee Harris, Cameron got in the 2nd round. I'm pretty upset about that too.
That was a steal where I got him. 10th overall, no, 11th overall.
I really thought Seppi was going to take him besides Barkley.
I did too, because Barkley just scares me. He gets hurt every year.
Yeah.
Or at least that's 2 years.
Yeah. So, and then Diggs, JR took Diggs, which great pick. 5th pick in the 2nd round was Elliott. I'm still pissed. Honestly, the only reason Aaron selected Elliott was because Cameron was yelling at him, saying, don't let Justin pick Ezekiel Elliott. So
he was going to take Zeke anyways.
He was not. He wasn't. And he wasn't going to take anybody else. I was going to have Henry and Elliott for the next 5 years. But instead, I had to bite the bullet and just take Patrick.
You did.
I reached.
Let's just tell everyone.
I
So
reached.
when you made this pick,
It was emotional.
the app laughed at you. The Sleeper app literally laughed at you for making that pick.
I have Patrick Mahomes for the next 5 years. I ain't going to complain.
Okay, well, look at where some of the other quarterbacks went. I mean, my goodness. Dak went in the 7th round.
Yeah, you can't compare Dak Prescott to Patrick Mahomes. And
It's not like we have crazy scoring differences in our league with quarterbacks. Like,
yeah, but still,
it's not going to be that far off.
Patrick Mahomes will always dominate. JR won the last 3 years with him, so I figured, why not?
Well, you'll see why not when you don't make the playoffs this year. Next pick after that really broke my heart. Colin took DeAndre Hopkins, and he was sitting right next to me doing it. He knew what he was doing. He was like, hey, watch my next pick, and freaking took DeAndre Hopkins right under me.
Yeah. So, next is Kelsey. In the first.
No reaches. Well,
there has
for you.
I wouldn't say it's a reach. I would say
only one reach.
I would say it's a gamble, not a reach.
Reach.
There's lots of drafts where Patrick Mahomes goes first round.
Yeah. Well, especially with how long it took for the next quarterback to get taken off the board too.
Yeah, I don't regret my pick.
I say it all the time. If you like a guy, take him. Like if you're really confident in a player, take them.
Well,
you're gonna get yourself. The reason that I have had this happen before, where I've lost leagues because I was too much focused on like what the experts were saying, and I was too much like reading all these articles on like who would be good, and like I would have these gut feelings on certain players, and then I would pass on them because I couldn't find anybody to agree with me. And it turns out, like, they would end up having a really good year, and I would regret it. So I just learned, if you love a player, just take them. If you think they're going to be doing good, take them. You'd rather lose, with yourself being wrong than following the advice of, all these other things and taking the wrong player. So if you're confident in a player, if you're high on a player, take them.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I still got Hill and Waller the next 2 rounds, so I'm not too worried about it. But
yeah, Tyreek Hill fallen to
3rd round.
Yeah, when who was that? Brooks actually took
Mixon?
Calvin Ridley.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I don't know. That could end up being a really, really good pick. Especially, honestly, he's really young. He's going to be the number 1 wide receiver in Atlanta. I don't know how many catches he had last year.
Like 120?
Let's see. Last year he had 90 catches.
120.
Almost 1,400 yards. Just insane.
Did he have 100? But he had 120 attempts, right?
He what?
He had 120 attempts.
No, he was targeted 143 times.
Okay, I knew it was a lot of targets.
Had 90 catches.
Yeah.
And so I don't hate that pick. Calvin Ridley could be really good.
Kyle Pitts is going to take some of those though.
Yeah, but not as much as you think. So
then Antonio Gibson, which
that was another pick that hurt. I wanted Gibson too.
Yeah.
I think Gibson's gonna have a really, really big year. I really do.
Honestly, the hardest decision for me to make this next pick was between Hill and Metcalf, because I'm a big Metcalf guy, but I just know Tyreek Hill makes big time plays. I couldn't.
Tyreek Hill is. I'd take him over DK.
I just like DK. He's a monster. He's
Tyreek
kind of like
he's like Henry. Tyreek Hill. He not only is he a great receiver, not only does he have all the talent, but he's got the head coach that knows how to get him the football and knows how to design plays to him open, get him in space, you name it.
Yeah.
DK Metcalf doesn't have that. He has a good quarterback, obviously, but
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill over DK Metcalf, I think, is a no-brainer.
Yeah, I just like Metcalf. But I took Hill, obviously. I know it's a
I like DK.
Yeah, so DK went next. So that's why I was so hurt about that. I was hoping maybe he would fall to the 4th round and I'd get him there.
Yeah.
But I was shocked. I really thought Kyle Pitts was going to get taken. A bunch of other guys before Metcalf. But so it was next was Metcalf for Aaron. Honestly, Aaron has a pretty good roster this season. He might not finish last place.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I actually would have taken the next guy over DK. I would probably taken Justin Jefferson over DK.
Well, I would have taken the next 3 guys over DK.
Yeah, well, it's not like crazy, but it would literally just be like splitting hairs. I would take Justin Jefferson over DK.
Yeah,
nothing crazy
for sure on PPR.
But yeah, I mean, like you said, his first 3 picks are solid. We'll get to the rest when we get to the rest. And JR took Justin Jefferson. Again, I just said solid pick. That's the first. Stephon Diggs is a good pick too, but you'll see here why this strategy does not work. You have to take 2 running backs out of your first 3 picks. You have to.
I disagree. I got James Robinson in the 5th round.
Huh?
I got James Robinson.
I almost got. I forgot. We passed you up. Yeah, you made some mistakes too.
Oh, whatever.
Just saying. You can't pass up these good running backs. Although, yeah, you did get a steal in the 5th. So after he took Justin Jefferson, I took my first wide receiver, Keenan Allen. Love Keenan Allen. I mean, PPR monster over there. It is. When he's healthy, I will admit he has had some injuries in the past, but 3 out of the last 4 years he's had 100 receptions. The 1 year he didn't, he had 97 receptions. So
yeah,
lock him in for 100 catches, 1,000 yards. Give me that. I'll take it. That's great for PPR. Love it.
No, for sure, I agree. I was gonna take him, and then I realized how old he was. That's the only reason I didn't.
What did we say he was? 31.
Yeah,
he's 29. No, he's 29. That was somebody else who's 31. 29. Ain't bad. If I see him deteriorating, I can trade him in a couple years. Who knows? Or he still is amazing 3-4 years from now.
Yeah, or just I win 3 straight championships.
I drafted like half for now, like half for the future. And I think I had a good mix.
Yeah, my back end was all rookies.
Pick.
Yeah.
What was available.
My back end was all rookies. I'm preparing for the future there.
Yeah.
But so after Allen was A.J. Brown out of Tennessee. Great pick there.
Could see a little bit of a decline with Julio.
Yeah. I hope so. I have Julio in my other league. So, honestly, I don't know what Seppi was thinking taking Clyde Edwards in the 3rd round, but
yeah. Now there is our
first reach, our first real reach.
Real reach, yeah.
Y'all can say all you want about Mahomes, but
it's a reach, and it's a gamble because last year when he came into the league as a rookie, he was expected to do amazing in that Kansas City system.
Yeah.
But then injuries happened.
Yeah.
He's hurt right now. Again, I think he got hurt in camp. So if the guy can stay healthy, I mean, he's only like 5'8".
The guy's been
healthy.
The guy's been extremely overrated since he came out of college.
I don't know if he was. He might have been a little overhyped coming out. I think last year he might have been going as a top 10.
He was, and honestly, he's in the worst running back system. Like, you think?
No, they know how to get the running backs the ball. They use them a lot in the passing game.
Kareem Hunt literally
was a monster with him,
but they never used him.
Well, things when you get in trouble outside of your team, though, that's gonna happen.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I traded for. I got Kareem Hunt in our league now. So
yeah, bad pick.
No, whatever.
We just with Clyde at last pick of the 3rd round, but His next pick was who I was going to take with my next pick, and this really, really hurt. He got CeeDee Lamb.
He has COVID, so you're fine.
Huh?
He has COVID, so you're fine.
Now, he did have an interesting strategy of taking 3 straight running backs. But I guess if he would have waited CeeDee Lamb first, it wouldn't have been, but
he's still got
back-to-back picks. So
he's got a decent team. Better than Daniel's team.
Better than Daniel would have done for sure. But yeah, CeeDee Lamb right there. God, I think that was a great pick. I really do. That's like I said. That's what I was going to take with my next pick. CeeDee Lamb, man, second year in the league, is already being hyped up as probably going to be the Cowboys' #1 receiver sometime this year.
Mm-hmm.
So
for sure, I agree with that. I agree.
After that, second tight end. George
Sorry,
Kittle
he was too
taken by
busy
Drew.
talking about the Cowboys. You know what I mean?
Huh?
Got choked up.
Yeah, right. A bit of a... See, George Kittle's a good pick if he can stay healthy. But I'm looking at his team. He needed a running back right there.
Yeah, Drew has 0 running backs.
Look how much of a gamble that was, though, to take a tight end there. There's no guarantee that the rest of us, obviously you could look, the rest of us didn't take a running back for the rest of the round. That's a huge gamble that I guess you could say kind of paid off, maybe. But, geez, I would have taken a running back right there, and I wouldn't have thought twice about it.
I took a tight end that round, so.
Yeah, you need a tight end, but come on.
You'll get to that in a minute. I have a great...
but he ain't my number 2 tight end anyway. You got my number 2 tight end.
Oh, I know. He's a beast.
After I thought he was going to take Terry McLaurin right there, or a running back. So once he took that, I ran to the podium. I took Terry McLaurin, and I was happy with it.
Scary Terry.
So the first 4 picks, I got me 2 running backs, 2 receivers.
And JR.
Great haul.
JR took the second quarterback, and this is when they start popping off.
This is where I started. I'll be honest. This is where I started. So he took Josh Allen, good pick in the 4th round of a dynasty league.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterbacks will go early in dynasty league, so 4th round is not too early for a quarterback.
Oh, but second round is.
Well, yeah,
I
don't really think about that.
I know. I know. Whenever my league hates, it means they're scared. So.
It's not true. Well, Lamar went right after, and so when Allen and Lamar went back to back, that's when I started to panic a little bit because I thought I was going to lose my guy.
Well, I'm surprised Herbert fell though. If Aaron selected Mike Evans.
Lamar.
Yeah, he already got Lamar. Who was it? No, it was Brooks.
Yeah, Brooks passed.
I was shocked that he didn't draft Herbert.
Yeah. And then Colin swore like he was nudging me. He was like, I'm about to get your guy, Cameron. And I was like, if he's been listening to the podcast, which he has, he says he has, then I thought for sure he was going to take Herbert.
He's probably our #1 fan.
I've been talking up Herbert like every episode. And he was nudging me. He's like, I'm going to get your guy. I'm going to get your guy. He comes around and takes Kyler. I was like, okay, take him. That's fine by me.
Yeah, so honestly, the worst pick of the whole draft, I'm not even lying, has got to be Brooks taking Mixon in the first pick of the 5th round.
Yeah, well, so, yeah, you taking Waller, Colin taking Pitts, solid picks. Allen Robinson for Brooks, I like it. I think Allen Robinson's going to be a monster once Justin Fields gets onto the field.
Yes.
But yeah, the problem, Brooks was telling me, because he was sitting next to me too, he was like, man, I've got to take a running back. And he knew he needed a running back.
James Robinson was still on the board. And Montgomery from the Bears.
And we've been trashing Joe Mixon. Yes. He even had Joe Mixon on his hate list.
He did. And Chris Carson.
Well, I will say, I kind of eased him into it. I was like, hey, look, we had Joe Mixon on our hate list because he was getting taken as a top 10 running back.
He took Myles Gaskin too, and he was on his hate list.
It's far enough down that I can't hate the pick. Getting Joe Mixon in the 5th round, like I said, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. As the 14th running back?
No. No. Like I always say, Mixon needs a fixin'. He's always broke.
He's so big. Oh my god. Oh, you did say that on the podcast, did you? That's such a bad joke.
So next is Kyler Murray.
Yeah, so
Colin
Kyler.
took. I got a steal in the 5th. James Robinson. I can't believe y'all let that man fall that far.
Yeah.
He's going to have a huge year. You know, backup?
I've already got 2 stud running backs, so I wanted to shore up my wide receivers.
I'm talking about Brooks. I'm talking about
Dawson's a really good pick right there.
Drew
Really
could have
good
took
pick.
him.
Huh?
Drew could have taken him. JR could have taken him. Everybody.
Drew should have taken him.
Even
Jared could have taken him earlier, but he wanted Josh Allen, which, like I said, not a bad pick. That's a good pick. Brooks could have taken
I was
him.
pumped when he made it that far.
Like I said, I'll give you that one. That's a good pick right there. I like it.
So
No problems with it.
next is Aaron took Mike Evans, which I think he's gonna have a great season. So that's solid. I think him and Brady year 2. You saw what him and Winston were able to do after they got
I'll
hot.
be honest. This might be crazy. I think Godwin's going to have a better year than Evans.
Well, Godwin gets more targets if I'm not wrong. But Evans is
Godwin,
just a
I'm looking at
playmaker.
his history right now. Godwin, last year he did miss 4 games last year, so that was, Godwin did. Before that, he was relatively healthy.
Yeah.
Mike Evans misses some games, every now and then too.
Mike Evans, though, he'll go from like 1 point to 28 points.
Yeah, he will do that. Actually, Mike Evans played a full year last year and only had 70 receptions, 1,000 yards.
Yeah. That's one thing.
Oh, wow. Mike Evans has had 1,000 yards every single year of his career.
Yep.
That's insane.
I knew that. Yeah. Like I said, he's a playmaker.
But he's also never broken 100 catches in his career.
Exactly. He doesn't get a lot of targets. He's just a deep ball threat.
So his depth of target is huge. His yards per catch is huge.
Well, next season we're gonna launch our kind of like our cheat sheets. I want to. Not a lot of people offer this. I want to be able to offer like the point differential per a week. Because I don't care how many fantasy points you score. If you score 4 points in 3 straight weeks and then you score 40, I need to know.
Yeah.
Like nobody ever talks about that.
Yeah.
So that's something I want to do. Because Mike Evans, I had him last year, and he would go 3 weeks straight and have 6 points, and then 1 week just 40 points.
Yeah.
So I traded him. I got rid of him. I was tired of him.
For sure.
So, but no one ever talks about that.
Yeah. That's smart. So after Mike Evans, JR, resident Eagles fan.
It's awful. Awful, JR.
And everyone, right when he picked Miles Sanders, everyone just started laughing in the room. Sorry, JR.
I love Jalen Hurts, but Miles Sanders is awful. Boston Scott's a better running back.
Bad pick, JR.
So next is Herbert. We all knew Cameron was going to take him. Surprised he didn't get choked up.
I'm just glad he fell that far.
Yeah, we'll see.
I knew he wasn't making it past Seppi right here with his back-to-back pick. So
I know.
I didn't want to take him right there, but
so it's your fault I didn't get DJ Moore.
yes, but he probably would have taken Herbert. No, because I was going to take DJ Moore right there. Yeah, well, I would have had him.
Either way, I'm pissed at all y'all. Y'all know.
Got him as the 5th QB.
I'm getting me a DJ Moore jersey. I hope you know that.
And he doesn't even play for your team.
Oh, I'm going to trade for him. No doubt.
In both leagues?
So I'll trade for him this league for sure. Next is Russell Wilson, first pick.
I have him in our other league.
Yeah, I'm going to get him.
I have DJ Moore and David Kendall. Oh, man. You must hate me.
Next is... I do. Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers. We're going to go quick through these rounds until we find a pick that we just want to discuss. Cooper. Gerald Henderson.
Falling to be in the 6th.
Yeah, that was a steal. Henderson, Jacobs. I want to talk about this Jacobs pick. Aaron,
Yeah, what do you think of Josh
Aaron,
Jacobs?
if I had my sound effects, it would not be good. Because that's...
Josh Jacobs only missed one game last year, so I'll give him that. He missed 3 games his rookie year, so he doesn't get hurt. I feel like he always had like a nagging injury, like during like that he'll still play.
Yeah,
but he always had something going on.
but Aaron needed a solid tight end here, and he didn't.
Okay, so here's the real concerning thing about Josh Jacobs. Last year, he only had a snap percentage, so a percentage of the snaps played.
Mm-hmm.
He only had it twice all year where that number was above 70% of his offensive snaps. Only twice all year. That's not good for a lead run back.
No.
And they just added Kenyon Drake.
Yes, and I drafted him. I drafted him in my other leagues. I think he's a solid running back. I think Arizona just didn't utilize him like he should be.
I think Kenyon Drake's really good. He gets hurt too, so.
Yeah, but so I lowered the screen, so I really can't read it. I can, so I'm gonna let you just look at your iPad. But I took Williams. That was a future pick.
And I think we all said this once you drafted it is the 6th round too early for a futures pick?
Not when you have Henry and Robinson now.
And I don't think he did very well at running back behind them either.
What do you mean?
I think like after your running backs you took after Javonte.
Trey Sermon?
I don't think Trey Sermon, but there's no guarantee that he becomes the RB1 in San Fran. I think, at least with Javonte, there's a lot of consensus that...
Oh, he'll be RB1 by week 2.
He'll be RB1, maybe even this year.
Melvin Gordon sucks.
Unless Melvin Gordon has a good year, which I don't see it happening. But I was going to take him in the next round, so I can't really talk too much crap. I like Javonte a lot.
You will.
I said I was going to take him next round.
If anyone watches our video, I beat Cameron twice last year. So next is we got Julio Jones. What does it say? Woods.
Robert Woods, yeah.
Brooke took Woods. Prescott fell deep.
That Prescott, yeah. Especially Drew taking Aaron Rodgers.
In our dynasty, yeah, that's a hard choice. I love Rodgers. A-Rod, favorite quarterback in the league, but no way I draft him.
That's tough. Who knows, man? Maybe he plays for 5 more years.
Pull the Peyton Manning, go into the Super Bowl in Denver.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'll be heartbroken.
Next, again, you took another futures. Well, half future, half now.
Jamar Chase, if he just gets his freaking head out of his butt.
Might end up being a futures pick if he has a bad year.
I was shocked I was able to get him that deep, to be honest. I thought Brooks was going to snag him.
I wasn't.
Well, Brooks is a huge LSU fan.
I think he's going to take him over Robert Woods, yeah. Robert Woods is pretty old.
Week 6, Week 7, Jamar's going to start heating up. Watch it.
I hope so. I really do. I hope so. Because I like him.
Honestly, I can't wait. Side note, we're going to be over here watching Sunday Ticket, and we're going to play each other, and I'm going to have Henry, and you're going to have Henry in both our leagues, and it's going to be cluster F, if you know what I mean. We're going to be yelling, screaming, happy, being sad. So.
Yeah. The weird thing is, the 2 leagues we play in, one of them's actually for money, and the other one is basically just like on bragging rights. And I don't know which one I remember last year. I can't remember. I think my team was bad in this league, so I kind of was.
Yeah, you went 5-7. Yeah. I think it's beyond
Not
bad.
Not this year.
I focused on the money league and won $500 and won a championship. So.
Yeah, Derrick Henry won it.
Well, no, actually, Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
But
Jamar Chase, good. Cooper Kupp next. Cooper Kupp, like him. And then JL went full 1 year all in, I guess. He took Gus Edwards in the 7th round.
Yeah, that's a
Goodness,
reach.
what a reach! I'm sorry, Jay. I'm not trying to crap on
Hey,
you, but
actually,
that's not a good pick.
Jr. will be on next week's episode with us. So
He might need to come on and. I mean, we should have had him on today so he can defend his picks because, geez, there's some stinkers in there.
I could call him. I'm sure he'll answer.
This year alone, sure, Gus Edwards in the 7th round, okay, but that's like a 1-year pick.
Yeah,
J.K. Dobbins will be back next year.
I don't know what he was thinking there.
I mean, maybe I guess if Gus Edwards has like a fantastic year, like a great year, maybe they like best case scenario is they're a 50-50 split next season with him and Dobbins.
Like
you know?
Moss and Singletary, which I have Zach Moss.
That's a 1-year pick right there.
I have Zach Moss in another league, and I am trying to get rid of him as fast as I can. He's my starting. Well, there was nobody left. It was that 14-team draft, and there was nobody left.
Yeah, I stayed away.
It was between him or like some third stringer from Carolina. So.
Yeah, right. Speaking of from Carolina,
Chuba.
My next pick was Mike Davis.
Yeah, that's
who came from Carolina to Atlanta. Who did I officially put him as one of my sleep? Yeah, I think I had him as my sleeper running back. I think Mike Davis is going to have a sneaky good year. Last year he finished as the 12th best running back in PPR.
He did. No, I picked him up when CMC went down.
Right. And so, I mean, he played, it looks like, 14 full games. So he was the lead, 13 actually, because it looks like he got hurt in one. So 13 games worth of work, and he finished as the 12th ranked running back in PPR. And I really think Mike Davis is going to have a good year.
Who's all in Atlanta with him?
Oh, Calvin Ridley, Kyle Pitts.
No, I'm talking about backfield. Gurley, is Gurley there still?
It looks like Cordero Patterson, Quadri Ollison, Deontay Foreman is still in the team.
Where's Gurley at?
Gurley's a free agent.
It's a sad day when Gurley's a free agent. Like,
he's got no knees. Literally, his knees don't work.
Poor guy. So, what round are we in right now? Seventh?
Seventh. So, yeah. Then Chris Godwin, Mark Andrews, Thielen. DeAndre Swift fall into the 8th round.
Yeah, that doesn't...
Any thoughts on that?
No, I think...
You don't like DeAndre Swift, do you?
No, I think Jamal... I did. I loved Swift out of college.
Yeah, me too.
Huge Swift fan, and I just think they show him no love. I think Jamal Williams will have that job in about 3 weeks.
Oh, that's not true.
Did they let Adrian Peterson...
Week 1. I think he's questionable for week 1 already.
Yes, he is. Because I have Swift and Jamal on pretty much every team I own. Besides this
Swift
one.
Last year had one 100-yard rushing game.
Dude, they fed Adrian the ball like crazy.
But he had at least 3 receptions in every game but one that he played in. So.
They do screw over running backs. Like, Kerryon Johnson's career just died in Detroit.
Yeah. I think DeAndre Swift, I'm willing to, especially in a dynasty, I don't think that's a bad pick.
Not in a dynasty. 1-year league, I think that's a bad pick.
I really don't.
I drafted DeAndre yesterday.
Give him a chance. Because I was so high on him coming out, I'm still willing to give him a chance. What else? Anything else?
Hawkinson.
In the 8th round?
Maybe my pick. People might.
I was just seeing that.
But my insight is behind it. It's a dynasty, like you said. And y'all might all you want to say is slant man, but the guy is a stud. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Drew Brees couldn't throw anything besides a slant.
I hate Michael Thomas. I'll go on record.
That's just because he lost you a season.
I drafted the guy in the first round of our money league last year, and he absolutely screwed me.
But the year before, in that same league, before you joined it, he won in the championship.
Because I literally, and JR, so Michael Thomas won JR the championship 2 years ago against, he beat me in the championship round. And I remember Michael Thomas was like the sole. Obviously, I mean, dude had like 150 catches. He broke the NFL record. But no, I don't care. I don't care about Michael Thomas.
He's gonna win me a championship. Him and Mahomes.
I don't wish bad on any player, but I don't have to necessarily root for him to succeed.
Well, you will whenever I'm in the championship and I dominate. Because he will. He's gonna play this season. Mark my words.
8th round. It's not. Who was on the board when you took him?
Nobody.
Tyler Lockett,
Gaskin.
Devontae Smith. Oh, who you took anyways?
Juju. I'm telling you, I was a good pick.
Well, Cortland Sutton.
Yeah. Wide receiver 2 over wide receiver 1. Michael Thomas will dominate with Jameis Winston as his quarterback.
We'll see if that ankle works.
It works. He's just pissed off right now.
Well, they're trading him, so he better figure it out.
Yeah. Well, either way, I think it's a solid pick, but I had to bring it up because I'm not biased. Next, I would say the next one we could do Ayuk, Hunt, Devontae. I would say Juju. Aaron taking Juju.
I gotta say, I love the Ayuk pick for Brooks.
Great pick.
Just a freaking. Okay, so last year, this is in consecutive weeks that he actually played. 17.5 points, 23 points, 20 points, 20.5.
No, the guy's a stud. Remember when he jumped over that guy?
Brandon Ayuk, man, I really, really wanted him.
I was going to take him if he was still on the board, but he wasn't, so I took Smith.
He's young, too, man. God, I really wanted Brandon Ayuk. I think guy's just going to break out.
Honestly, only one I see in that round that really stands out to me besides Juju is, of course, JR taking another Eagle. Dallas Goedert.
Yeah.
Zach Ertz still is starting tight end there, right?
No, I think. Yeah, I can look at the. I think they have. They have Goddard listed as tight end 1 over there.
Yeah, I don't trust any Eagles tight ends.
We talked about this. Something weird with Zach Ertz. I don't know. They're in a thing. They don't like him.
My Zach Ertz hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
anything stand out to you in that round besides that? I mean,
Chase Edmonds.
That's a great pick.
I think so. I got him in the 9th round. As long as they commit to him being the main guy over there, because they did pick up James Conner in the offseason. As long as they can commit to having Chase Edmonds as the lead back, which I think that's why they got rid of Kenyon Drake, is because they like Chase Edmonds so much.
Yeah, but then they went and got James Conner. They went and got James Conner right after that.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, if he stays the lead back, I like that pick.
So we got Wilson, my bad. We got Gesicki, and then Harris. I really like Harris out of New England. Think he's going to be solid. Him and Stevenson, which Stevenson I don't think has been drafted in our league.
No, Stevenson is a free agent in our league.
Yeah, so if you want to read that round off.
Who else? And next round?
Yeah.
Next round, 7 of the 8 picks were wide receivers. That's crazy. T. Higgins, Jerry Jeudy, Kenny Golladay, Corey Davis, who consensus we all 3 love on this show. I should have taken him over Kenny Golladay.
Thank you for reading that. I just went and picked up Stevenson.
Well, you could stash him on your bench for the next 2 years.
That's fine.
Maybe 3.
I just dropped Austin Hooper for him.
And Aaron got Cortland Sutton to make up for his bad Juju pick. Again, you took Trey Sermon, another.
I traded him. I traded him away for Kareem Hunt.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that's who I traded for Kareem. Just in case Chubb gets hurt.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Because if Chubby gets chubby, Kareem Hunt's gonna come in there.
Huh?
Kareem Hunt's gonna take over. Actually, I might start Kareem. He gets 12, 15 points.
I will say he had a really good year last year, even
as a backup running back. He almost had 1,000 yards.
He finished inside the top 10. He was the number 10. He finished as number 10 in PPR last year. Obviously, that was boosted by the 4 or 5 weeks that Chubb missed with his injury.
Yeah.
I mean, even the games with Chubb, they're the best running back duo in the NFL. They have the best offensive line in the NFL. They're a running team.
I'm going to start in week 1 because I think they're going to give each other the opportunity to, let's see who balls out first.
I'm looking at it right now. They have a really favorable, in terms of defenses, how defenses were against the run last year. They appear to have a really, really favorable schedule in terms of facing defenses who are not good at the run.
Yeah. So
they both have a good year.
I like that one. I like that trade. And then we had Chris Davis. I was pissed. I was gonna take it. Corey Davis. My bad. I always say that. Chris Davis is just on my brain every time. I was gonna take Corey Davis literally the next round, and Jr.
I knew you. I will say I thought you and maybe Brooks were gonna be my only competition for Corey Davis. But obviously, JR, shout out to you. You've been listening to the podcast because we've been singing Corey Davis' praises every single week. So 10th round, I think that's a good pick, especially with oh man, why am I blanking on his name right now? Zach Wilson.
I've drafted Zach Wilson every draft this season. The guy will and is going to ball out all season. Top 5 rookies. I'm telling you, Zach Wilson. He will dominate. Yeah. He's going to have a better, mark my words, we're going to go back and watch this. He will have a better year than Trevor Lawrence.
That's not bold.
No, he will.
I might even agree with you on that one.
Yeah. So, we got to keep moving on. We're already way past time.
Yeah.
So, I don't really care. We're talking about football. So,
11th round. If he can stay healthy, that's a steal. The 11th round by Brooks. I like Raheem. I still love Raheem Mostert. He just can't stay healthy.
Mostert, Fields, Claypool. Claypool is a gamble. I like Claypool. I don't know how much he's gonna get.
Well, Claypool a lot. I mean, to have Juju go in the 9th round and Claypool in the 11th.
Yeah, that's
a travesty.
That was stupid.
That shouldn't they should be flipped.
Yeah.
Easily. Justin Fields, first rookie quarterback taken.
Yeah.
11th round.
I was going to wait until...
long term, I think he's the best rookie.
I was going to wait till Zach Wilson got taken.
He never did.
Yeah, that's why I took him. But
I got to say, I will say, I'll admit right now, I kind of blanked on taking one of these. Like, once I got Herbert, the guys in the second, I didn't even think anything about taking one of the young guys. Like, that's how I'm just so confident Herbert is the next big thing, the next Mahomes.
Well,
and he's in his second year, so I didn't really worry about that, I guess.
Well, the way I look at it, the only reason I drafted a young quarterback, because I have Mahomes, obviously. I mean, he's 24. Yeah. How old is Mahomes? 26? He's my age. I played with him in high school. I played against him in high school, so he has to be my age.
He's 25.
Yeah. So, man, we're getting old. The thing I see is Zach Wilson could be a huge trade bait.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Because, look at people like Drew who drafted Rodgers. They need somebody. That's the only reason I took him. Only reason. Because Mahomes is young. He's going to dominate for the next 10, 15 years. So.
Yeah, if he's Tom Brady. 15 more years of this. Oh, God, that's a nightmare. Just imagine, I love Mahomes now, but if he's still doing this in 15 years, I don't know. I might have to hate him at that point.
Yeah, so that's why I took Zach Wilson. I trade bait. I probably never start the guy, ever.
Except for Mahomes bye week.
Yeah, so that's why I did it. I was thinking of the future.
Notable pick coming up. Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I love Hurts. But I don't know why he took him that. No, he knows everybody in the league. The only person in the league who would draft him is me. So why would he take him that early?
And you, yeah. if dude runs around, he runs good. So yes,
JR runs good too, so then maybe that's why.
I don't really have anything.
Michael
Good.
Carter,
Andy Hurts.
Elijah Moore, James Conner, Burrow.
All those back-to-back picks. Michael Carter. Michael Carter was my very first futures pick.
Yeah, I've fallen on him. I was a huge Michael Carter fan.
For this year, yeah, I'm out on Michael Carter for this year. But 11th round, I was like, hey, what the heck? I'll take him. Hopefully next year he's good when he's got some experience under his belt. Elijah Moore, I like Elijah Moore a lot. I was hoping that I was going to get him next round too.
He might be a good rookie.
Yeah, might be. James Conner, nothing there.
There's honestly nothing much in the 12th round. 12th round's pretty solid.
I took my guy who I was super high on in our first podcast, Rashad Bateman, until he got hurt. He was my sleeper wide receiver for the year, and then he got hurt the very next day in practice.
You cursed him.
Yeah, and then nothing really of note. Colin took your guy, AJ Dillon.
Yeah, I was not happy about that.
Well, if you thought so highly of him, you should have taken him over Melvin Gordon.
Oh, no.
No, you're not that high. So now you have both Denver running backs?
That's the only reason I took Melvin Gordon.
How funny is that the rookie and second on the depth chart went in the 6th round, and then the starter went in the 12th round?
That's how you know I think Melvin Gordon sucks. But I had to get him.
That's how everybody does.
But I had to get him.
Years old, he's a running back.
But I had to get him because what if they just don't feed Williams the ball? You know.
You never know.
Who would have thought?
Anything else?
Honestly, the whole draft seems pretty solid. I'm gonna switch screen so our fans can see it. But honestly, the whole rest of the draft is pretty solid.
You got Robbie Anderson in the 13th.
That's a steal.
I went back and forth on Robbie Anderson and Rashad Bateman, and my tiebreaker was age.
Yeah. My tiebreaker was I'm getting sick and tired of y'all talking crap. I'm going to win the championship this year. So that was my tiebreaker. I'm ready. It's mine. It's showtime. I can't wait till September 9th.
I'm not doing this to talk crap, but I wouldn't bet on it if I were betting on who was winning this year specifically.
Who would you pick?
To go through it, I like Colin's team a lot.
Yeah, Colin, he's gonna always blame injuries. Somebody's gonna get hurt.
Obviously, you're gonna think I'm Homer. I like my team a lot for this year.
I literally have Henry, Mahomes.
Aaron's team for this year too.
I literally have Henry, Mahomes, Hill, Waller, and Robinson as my top 5.
Okay, well, you're going to need everybody else.
Dude, no, Henry will put the team on his back.
Team. Like I said, I'm not trying to crap on it. I like your team.
But this is my year. I'm going to dominate. I can't wait till September 9th.
Steal of the draft came in the 13th round when I took, old J.K. Dobbins, 13th round. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I was going to take him like 15th, and you took him.
I get to stash him on IR for 1 year and get him for the next 4? Yeah, sign me up. I'll waste a 13th round pick on an IR guy.
Yeah, and then I took...
It did come before we knew there was a torn ACL, but I had a pretty good idea it was going to be a while.
I took Devon Williams, too, 14th. Future starter of the Detroit Lions.
You think?
Jamal Williams, my bad, not Javon. Jamal Williams.
Future. What you think.
He is.
I can't believe you didn't take your guy, Marvin Jones, just staring you down.
The only reason I did it is I already had so many receivers.
Yeah. You needed a running back.
Yeah, I had a lot of receivers. Which I always, every season, somehow end up wide receiver heavy.
I do too. I think it's because there's obviously you got your group of running backs, there's only one starter on each team for running backs, whereas receivers, there's two, sometimes even three. So there's obviously always going to be a lot more wide receivers in play than there is running backs.
Yeah. So I'm always wide receiver heavy. 15th, I took Zach Wilson. You took the Steelers D.
Yeah.
That's a good
Great
pick. I'll take that pick.
Great.
I even like my defensive pick better in the 17th round. The Colts. They are a solid defense. I don't know how y'all let them drop that far.
Because I already had a good defense. I didn't need them.
But other than that,
Zach Wilson. Yeah, I think from here on it was mostly young guys. I got Rondale Moore, rookie, Arizona. JR got Chuba, good pick.
yeah,
Brooks got Sony in the 16th round. Sony Michelle again,
that's a good pick.
good flyer pick.
I also who got Marquez Callaway? This is a rhetorical question. I picked up Marquez Callaway.
Okay, I was gonna say I knew someone picked him up.
I picked him up after the draft.
Yeah,
That's a steal because Winston loves that dude.
I didn't need him. I saw him there.
Well, I'm starting in week 1 just for the hype. So.
What are we looking at? Rest of the draft? Anything notable?
Not really. That's why I'm about to exit.
Except for my last pick of the draft. There's my backup quarterback.
Who was that?
John Watson.
Oh yeah.
I can't say I'm proud of the pick. It's more of
You
a
support rapists.
hey, look, like I said, I'm not proud of the pick. If he gets suspended by the NFL, good. If he doesn't get suspended, if nothing happens, then I have him on my team,
Yeah.
Last pick of the draft. And then if he's out, like if he's on the commissioner's list, whatever, I can just stash him on IR and go pick up somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's our draft.
Brooks got Boston Scott.
That's a solid pick. That's our draft. We do want to kind of discuss about how Cameron got fired from being commissioner after the draft.
Actually, I didn't.
Honestly, our league sucks, and they complain about everything. I was commissioner before Cameron. I stepped down because it's awful.
I would never. You didn't step down. You got fired.
No, I stepped down.
Unfortunately, I took over when you did that. I don't know. I told everybody not to vote for me.
Awful job.
That's when he didn't work. So
nobody in our league's ever happy.
No, you can't please anybody. Even though my main thing as commissioner has been to make everything a vote. Still, nobody's happy. Like, literally, we will take a vote on something will win, and you'll still hear crap from the people who didn't win the vote.
Yeah.
You can't please anybody in our league.
That's why I stepped down.
And they're not going to watch this anyway, so they're never going to know we said this.
Hey, they won't listen this far.
Oh, well, maybe Colin.
Yeah, our league sucks.
No logo gossip.
Yeah. Honestly, we're gonna start pushing out content now that we're doing this. So we will have at least one in house with all of us, with Brooks, Cameron, but we will be doing a lot of online. Probably we're gonna try to do at least once a night, maybe a 20-minute segment about everything that's going on, especially once the season starts.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that. It just depends on obviously life, but that's our plan.
Well, I probably got a lot of free time coming up once. That's a good thing. Football season coincides with my work slowing down, so I get a lot more free time come winter.
Yeah, same with my racing season and all that slows down in the wintertime, so. You okay? But yeah, I'm gonna try to at least maybe on podcast once a week, but YouTube we'll probably have a video a day. That's my goal. So tune in, listen in, subscribe, don't miss out, and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Cave Chatter.
Sorry, we got all our personals on there, right?
Not sure. Maybe it will be on this video. So if you look,
usually sports related.
if you look down to your right, It's not on there now, but the viewers will see it. It will have your Twitter handle. So,
Yes, good.
I am actually gonna post my matchups every week and then re-talk about them. So that's something you and Brooks will do too, and I'll post them for y'all. But I'm gonna make a video basically of me talking about my matchups and how I did. So when I go 9-0 week 1, I'm gonna talk about it.
Oh yeah, right. I gotta say that's probably impossible, right? unless you have like mainly the same guys in every league.
No, I don't. I have like CMC, I have Henry. It's all over the place.
If you got a good mix, then it's probably impossible.
If I go 9-0, though, I'm gonna pop champagne in front of the whole YouTube channel.
If you go 9-0, I will. I don't know, do something. Figure it out.
Wear a Packers shirt the next show.
Okay.
All right, deal. Y'all hear that? I'm gonna go 9-0 week 1, and Cameron's gonna wear a Packers shirt. But I mean, that's all I got today, Cameron. What else? You got anything? No. Are you and Brooks gonna participate and talk about your matchups every week? How many leagues are you in?
3, 4.
4. I am gonna break a record this year. I'm gonna go.
Dynasties. What?
What's 18 times 9 or 17 times 9? I know you're the math whiz.
18 or 17?
17. You hearing people talking in your home?
No. It's dark outside and my lights are on, so like bugs are hitting the window.
Remind me of the Step Brothers, or not Step Brothers, Talladega Nights. When he
what does he say?
Is your home haunted?
He calls him on the phone just to ask if it's haunted. Nah, it's just bugs. What was your question?
17 times
17
9.
times 9 is like 900 plus. It's probably like 1,500.
I'm playing 1,500 games this season.
17 times 9?
Yeah, there's no way it's 1,500.
Like 170, I think.
So I'm gonna go
153.
What is it?
153.
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 130 and 20.
Well, you still got 3 games left over.
130 and 23. That's my goal. But all right, yeah, I'm out.
That's a lofty goal. I will take you up on that. Again, what would you like to bet?
If I would have 130 wins, you have to walk down the street and tell everybody that the Cowboys suck.
Okay. Again, deal.
Naked.
I need to start getting something out because these are bets that I don't get anything for winning.
Naked.
Oh. Because for the 9-0 bet, if you go 8-1, like I don't have to wear a Packers jersey, but you still did a really good that week, so it's like lose for me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get something out of this.
But I'm gonna go 9-0, so you don't have to worry about it. We'll talk about that later. But that's all I got for the show. So thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, follow us, listen in, and we got a lot more content coming through. And what you got for us, Cameron?
Super Bowl champs, Cowboys, 2021 Super Bowl champs. Watch this video if you agree.
Later.
So you agree. Sorry. It's done.
All right. Stay on.